Hello friends, welcome you all to another video, and today we are going to start with the new topic, that is the verbs. So if you are regularly watching my YouTube channel and my videos, so you came to know that I'm talking about the basic grammar. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for such kind of videos. And hey guys, my name is Milind and you're watching my YouTube channel, and let's get started. So you learned that your favorite person is noun, the child, mother, or friend, and words that you use in place of them are pronouns: he, she, her, or it. So you learn noun and you learn pronoun. Now think about the things that you would want to do for your favorite person: cook, study, smile, jump. All of these are verbs. Verbs are also called doing words because they show some sort of action. Do you remember this formula, that how sentence is made of? Then you follow the following structure, that is the subject plus verb plus objects. Let's briefly give you the definition of verb, and don't follow the definition only as I have told you. Just try to understand it, what it is. Therefore, a verb forms a crucial part of sentence construction. Think about it. You can't have a sentence or a question without a verb. So let us begin with learning them. In simple words, verbs are words that describe an action, such as run, sleep, shout. These are the action verbs. Words Verbs are words that describe state of being, such as think, hear, see, smell, feel, love, hate, have, be. So these verbs are actually stative verbs. So again, I would like to tell you that words that are used as verb can be noun also, depending on how they are used in sentence. For example, I love her. Love is a verb because it indicates a state of being. But love is in the air. Here, love is a noun because it is a subject. Second sentence, I run every day. Run is a verb because it indicates an action. Running is my favorite activity. Here, running is a noun because it indicates the name of activity. Let's talk about the tenses, because tenses are very important parts of verbs. So most of errors with verbs are made because of using them in a wrong tense. So let's understand tense thoroughly and see this conversation between Angry Richard and Angela about shouting in all the tenses. So you just read it, and again I'm going to give you one task. You have to write down these all these tenses boxes tables in your notebook, and you have to take a photo of it and you have to upload on our Google Classroom. Okay, so here we can say that there are three tables. Present is there, present tense, past tense, and future tense. Okay, so first, that is the simple tenses. So you know that there are three important tenses, that present, past, and future, and it has a 4 subtypes. So it means there are 12 tenses. Okay, so let's start with the simple tenses. So in the simple tenses, there is a Angela said, "What do you do every day?" Richard said, "I shout every day." So here you have to use this tense while describing a habit or a general truth. For more information, you can watch my other videos about tenses and about the present tense and present past tense and future tense. Okay. In the past tense, now do convert into did. What did you do yesterday, last year? Okay, you can see that do before you is a verb. Here, did before you is a verb. It changes. Okay, do is in present form. In past form, it become did, and in future you have to add a auxiliary or helping verb, that is a will, and then it looks like that. Okay, what do you do every day? What did you do yesterday? So do here in both present and past, actually we apply it when we make a question as a helping verb. Okay, so Richard said in past tense, I shouted yesterday. You can see that in present tense it was shout, but in present past tense it became shouted. Okay, so second form of verb. In future you have to add just will. I will shout tomorrow or next year, whatever. So past tense, use this tense for something you did in the past, and future, use this tense for something you will do in the future. Okay, I hope that you are getting. Now let's move to the second part of tenses, that is the continuous tenses. So in the present tense, present continuous tense, here you are making use of helping verbs am, is, are. Okay, so here, what are you doing? Richard said that I am talking to you. So with this tense, while describing something you are doing at the time of talking. In the past, it becomes like what were you doing? So was where you have to use in the past tense, and you have to add ing to the verb. Richard said, I was shouting before you called. So use this tense while describing something you did for a while but could not complete. Let's talk about the future tense. In future tense, Angela can say, what will you be doing when I reach? And Richard say, I will be shouting when you reach. Okay. Keep in your mind the structures of the sentence and the structure. Okay. Okay, the formulas here used here, so you have to work hard on it. And you can also watch my other videos, and I'm also going to give you in our classroom the table in which it is also in Marathi, so you can also have a good idea on it. Okay, so you have to use this tense while describing something you will be doing at some time in the future. So let's talk about the perfect tense. So perfect tense, what have you done? Okay, you can see that what have you done here. We have used the third form of stem verb. Okay, done. Richard said, I have shouted at him. So you have to use this tense while describing something you have started and has continued till now and finished. Then you have to use the present perfect tense. Let's talk about the past perfect tense. Angela said, what had you done when I reached? And Richard answered, I had shouted at him when you reached. So you have to use this tense while describing something you completed in the past before another event took place. In the future perfect tense, Angela said, what will you have done when I reach? And Richard answered, I will have shouted at him when you reach. So you have to use this tense while describing something you will complete before another event takes place. And the last part of the tenses, that is the perfect continuous tenses. So in present, Angela can say, what have you been doing in the last hours? And Richard can say, I have been shouting at him in the last few hours. So use this tense while describing something you started at some point in the past and may or may not complete. Okay, so past perfect continuous tense. What had you been doing when I reached? I had been shouting at him when you reached. So you have to use this tense while describing something you did in the past continuous till the that time. Okay, in the future perfect continuous tense, Angela can say, what will you have been doing when I reach? And Richard can answer, I will have been shouting at him when you reach. So you have to use this tense while describing something you will do for some time but complete before another event takes place. So guys, here I just want to give you one activity, that you have to fill the charts. You have to write twice in your notebook, and then you have to spend some time on it, and you have to try to understand the different structures of these 12 tenses, and you have to speak it a lot, and then you have to apply on your pronunciation. So thank you very much for watching this video. And once again, if you are new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon, so you will get such kind of a videos notification whenever it will be uploaded on my YouTube channel. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching.